As we sit here in Sukhasana with hands at the heart, Anjali Mudra, find the word for your practice. What quality are you cultivating in your practice? Feel the fullness of every Ujjayi breath. Let the eyes open. Please come forward to tabletop. Now we'll take this fullness of our breath with us. As we inhale, belly drops, tailbone and heart lift, look forward. On the exhale, reverse it. Press into hands and knees and arch through the spine. Noticing how this feels. Use your breath to try and trace and feel as much as possible along the spinal column. We'll take one more inhale. And on your exhale, moving through neutral spine, press back child's pose. Hips onto heels, forearms to the floor. Let's make the arms active. Walk the fingertips to the top of the mat. Elbows are lifted, forearms are lifted. Send your hips towards the heels, reach through the fingertips. Breathe into the side ribs. Every inhale, expanding the breath out to the side walls of the room. And keep your arms awake and active. We're going to need these arms to be woken up in just a moment. So you might walk one shoulder out and then the other. Or you might imagine that you're drawing your front ribs away from the thighs. So tucking your front ribs up into the body and then really reach through those fingertips as you send your hips to the back wall. Getting all this energetic and muscular engagement in our child's pose today. Now notice your shoulders. Have they scrunched up around your ears? Try to bring the shoulder blades down the back, away from the ears. Broaden. Yes. And then inhale, come up through tabletop. Shift forward into a knees down plank. So you might walk your knees back a bit. Hips forward of the knees, body in a nice strong plank. Elbows begin to bend and the whole body comes down onto the floor. So take toenails on the floor. Walk your hands back so the fingertips are in line with the chest. Forehead to the mat. Keep your feet on the floor. Inhale, lift just the head and the shoulders up, pulse into the lower back. So no weight in the hands yet. Exhale, forehead down to the floor. Two more like this. Inhale, come up to squeeze into the spine. Exhale, releasing down. One more, inhaling up. And exhaling down. Now, turn your hands just a little bit away from the midline. So that middle finger angles away from the midline a bit. Activate the legs, make them really strong. Press the big toes and pinky toes into the floor. So the kneecaps are lifted. Anchor your tailbone towards your heels. Bhujangasana, cobra pose. On your inhale, lift and come up, about 25% strength in the hands. Hold here and breathe. Shoulder blades away from the ears. Belly button reaching away from the pubic bone. Strong compression in the lower spine. One more breath. Good. Exhale slowly with control. Forehead to the floor. Keep your arms as they are, but you can release your legs. Take a few breaths like a balloon into the lower back and belly. Good. Activate the legs again. Now this time when we come up about 50%, the hands will energetically spiral away from the midline into the floor, and you'll also draw the heel of the hand towards the hips. So on your inhale, come up about 50% of your cobra, and now add in the energetic action of the arms. So hands press down, spiral away from the midline. This brings your elbows nice and close into the body. Now imagine you're trying to drag your hands towards your hips, or like you're trying to slide your hips through your hands.
Toes are active, legs strong, shoulders down the back. One more breath. Good. Slowly with control, releasing down, forehead to the floor.
Keep the arms as they are. Several deep breaths into the lower back and belly. Good. We'll do one more of these. Activate the legs as before. Activate the hands as before. When you're ready,
Inhale, come up to your cobra, your peak cobra today. The pubic bone should never leave the floor. And try to give some more energy to sending your tailbone towards the heels. As you send the tailbone towards the heels, reach that belly button forward. Feel that therapeutic compression in the lower back. Take one more breath. Good. Release down with control. This time, one ear to the mat, hands back by the hips, lift the heels by bending the knees, and windshield wiper the feet side to side as you take those deep breaths into the belly. Good. Feet come back down to the mat. Pause here. A few ujjayi breaths. And see if you can breathe into the lower back. A sense of space and calm in the lower back. Very good. Forehead comes to the floor, hands under the shoulders, press up through tabletop. So exhale, belly to spine, find your tabletop position. And now we'll bring our forearms, I gotta tuck my shirt in for this one. Bring your forearms down onto the floor. And walk your elbows an inch closer in, press the elbows down into the mat, and then press the elbows back out. So we're creating that skin lock on the underside of the elbow to try and keep those shoulders right in line, elbows right in line with the shoulders. So toes tuck, dolphin pose, lift the hips up and back, let your head drop down. So you're looking back towards your feet and just walk your feet a comfortable distance in. Let's bicycle out the legs here. This is our first foray into the calves and into the hamstrings. So take it easy on the lower body. Nice. Now separate the feet a little bit wider than hips distance and look forward. You want to try to keep your shoulders over the elbows. The gaze is down though, so the neck is nice and long. And we're just going to take 5 deep, full, 3-part ujjayi breaths. So we're really helping to strengthen and cleanse the lungs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice. Knees come down. Child's pose, hands back by the feet, forehead to the mat. Just let your arms drape over the knees here, feeling that warmth of circulation and strength in the shoulders and arms. Still feeling the fullness of the breath. Hands come forward again, up through tabletop, downward facing dog. So toes tuck, lift the hips up and back. Again, now you can walk out the legs a little just to warm up the lower body. Nice. Feet are hips distance apart, heels rooting towards the floor, front ribs knitting in. Press down through the hands, broaden the shoulder blades away from the spine, and a few breaths in our down dog. As you come to center here, left foot walks to center, right leg comes up. So extended down dog on the right side. Exhale, right foot forward between the hands, low lunge, knee to the earth. Hands come to hips, inhale, and we'll exhale, pulse forward and down. Again, back out, inhale, and exhale, release. One more time, inhale to back out. Exhale, hips come down, send the arms up, and overhead, grab onto your left wrist. Pull your left wrist up and lean to the right. So we've got the low lunge, and we're also bringing a side bend in. One more breath like this. And as you exhale, release your right fingertips towards the floor. Keep the side bend now, like you're trying to reach those right fingertips down. They may touch the floor, they may not. Keep breathing into the left side. Good. Release your hands forward. Shift the weight back onto left knee. Right leg straightens for a hamstring stretch. Pull the toes up towards the forehead, forehead towards the shin. Breathe. Good. You'll come forward to that low lunge position. Hands on either side of the foot. Back toe tucks under. Extended down dog. So as you lift your hips up and back, right leg comes back up. And now bend at the knee. Stack right hip on top of left and send your right knee high up to the sky and sink down into your left heel on the floor. Let your left shoulder drop down as well and really feel that opening for the front of the thigh into the psoas, into even perhaps the diaphragm. Nice. Square the hips and step your right foot to the mat. Take a breath, down dog. Next, inhale, left leg comes up to the sky. Exhale, step left foot forward between the hands, right knee to the floor. Hands to hips, inhale, pulsing out. Exhale, releasing down one. Inhale to back out. Exhale, pulse down two. Inhale to back out. Right, on this time, we'll pulse the hips down and send the arms up. Now clasp onto the right wrist. Grab that right wrist up to the sky, lean to your left. So keep the lunge, adding in the side bend. One more breath here. Good, you'll release the left fingertips towards the floor. They may touch the floor, they may not. Stay with the side bend. And hands release forward. Weight shifts back onto right knee. Left leg straightens, toes pull up towards the head and forehead releases towards the shin. Breathe into the hamstring. We'll come forward into that low lunge position. Hands plant. Back toe tucks, extended down dog on the left side. Left leg lifts up and back. The knee bends. Left hip stacks on top of right. Sink down into your right heel on the mat. Right shoulder drops down as well. Try to send your left knee up, up, up to the sky and breathe. Excellent. Square the hips, step the foot to the mat. Take a breath, downward facing dog. And walk feet forward to the hands. We'll inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold nice and deep into both hamstrings. And come all the way up, gaze to thumbs overhead. As you exhale, hands come around to the heart. Good. With feet together, a standing half moon. So inhale, the arms come out and up. And hold on to the right wrist. Pull that right wrist up. Both sides of the spine go equally. Lean to your left. Press down through the right foot. So we're not just scrunching into the side body, but we want to try to keep the side bodies long. So the curve is a bit more gentle to the side. And then you press into that right foot and expand the breath into right side ribs. Inhale back up through center. Exhale, switch the grip of your hands. Inhale, go straight up to the sky. And exhale, lean to your right, pressing the left foot down, breathing into left side ribs. Your inhale brings you back up to center. Good, release the hands, let them come down. You can give them a little shake. Separate the feet hips distance and step back till you're about midway on your mat. So feet are hips distance apart, arms release forward, shoulder at shoulder height, and you'll lift onto the ball of the foot. So this is a standing balance. Try to press the front crease of your ankle forward. So we're not just on the balls of the feet, but we're actually actively lifting the heels as high as we possibly can. Now begin to bend the knees. Use your core here as you squat down, shoulders stay right over the hips. As the knees bend, the heels stay lifted. Down and down and down we go. And then when you need to, touch the floor, bring the knees to the floor, and turn sideways on your mat. We'll step into gate pose on the right side. Right foot comes out to the side. Yeah. A little bird flowing sequence. I love this one. So inhale, arms sweep up. Good. Exhale, sit back as if into child's pose, arms sweep back. So this is our bird taking flight. Yeah. Inhale, rise back up again. This time the foot flexes. Right hand comes down as you exhale. Inhale, lean to the right, opening up. Exhale, walk this left hand down onto the mat. And inhale, sweep right arm up overhead. Yeah. Exhale, arm sweeps back. Lift your foot up, grab the foot, press the foot into the hand, open through side body. Let's just stay here for a few breaths because it feels so good. And as you exhale, release the foot. Send that right arm again overhead. One inhale. And we'll exhale, come back up to center. Nice. Step the knee in, switch sides. Left foot out to the side. Inhale, arms sweep up. So the foot's on the mat for this one. Exhale, sit back. Bird takes flight. Send your wings out. Nice. Come down nice and low. Inhale, rise. The foot flexes. Left hand releases onto the leg. Inhale, reach through right side. Exhale, right hand to the floor. This time we'll start here. Lift the foot, grab it, hold, take a few breaths. You want to really press that foot into the hand, press the knee behind the hip. It's kind of like a half bridge pose in the air. Nice. Exhale to release, foot down. Inhale, sweep the left arm overhead. And exhale, come back to center. We'll do that again. So now we'll flow with the breath. Right foot out to the side, inhale, arms up. Exhale, sit back. Bird takes flight. Inhale, rise up, foot flexes. Exhale, hand to the thigh, and inhale, lean to the right. Exhale, hand to the floor. Grab the foot. Inhale, kick, one breath. Nice. Exhale, release. Foot to the mat, arm sweeps overhead. Take a breath in. And exhale, back to center. Inhale, left foot out to the side. Exhale, sit back. Bird taking flight. Inhale, foot rises to flex. Exhale, left hand onto thigh. And inhale, reaching through side body. Exhale, right hand to the floor. Grab that foot, kick back, one breath in. Exhale, release, sweep the arm overhead, big breath in. And exhale back to kneeling. Let's do it again. One full round, right leg up, arms come up. Exhale, sit back. So hopefully you're finding a meditation with this that feels good for your body. Foot flexes as we rise. Exhale, the hand releases. Inhale, lean into side body. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Kick into foot, one breath. Exhale, release. Inhale, again, nice side body stretch. And exhale back to kneeling last time. Inhale, leg out to the side. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, rise, the foot flexes. Exhale, left hand onto the thigh. And inhale through right side body. Exhale, right hand to the floor. Grab foot, inhale, kick. Exhale, release. And one last inhale here. Arm reaching overhead. And exhale, back to kneeling. Very good. You can turn again to face the front of your mat, cross the ankles, and sit down. Sukhasana. Palms touch at heart center. We'll return. Eyes closed. Find that full breath. Belly, chest, and throat. Ujjayi.